Hello to everybody and welcome to our channel. Our channel mainly about discussion about different topic which we are discussing with my husband, like dream, point of view, vision. Today our topic will be about leadership. So we'll discuss what exactly is a leadership and who is a good leader and how you need to be a good leader, and about leadership at work, and if you are the one who is leading the company.
Alright, so as my wife introduced already, today welcome once again on our channel. So today our topic is about leadership. So who is leader and what is leadership? So leadership is not only inside the company, as the word leader says, leader, so lead. So leader is the person who leads. So what does this mean? What a leader, or what's leadership? Who is a leader? How to become a leader? Who is called leader? So are you a leader? Am I a leader? Is she a leader? So we're going to discuss further into that topic. So let's dive into together, and you can share as well your opinion. So what do you think leader is?
So there is very big difference between of leaders and managers. Leaders, who is people following you. If you are a leader, the people should follow you. If you are a manager, you have to follow the rules, the setup, the everything. But if you are a leader, leaders, first of all, leading, and second thing, people following the leader. And one more thing is a leader is setting the rules and regulations, but managers, management level, they are following that rules and regulations.
Yeah, I think that's correct. That's a very good point. So as a leader, you always need to lead. To lead means you always need to be in advance. In advance means you need to always create before others. You always need to innovate. You need to be in advance in every aspect. So if there is a task, you need to lead the task. If there is something to think about, you need to lead. You need to be in advance. So if there is something to be working on, you need to always be in advance. So in advance of proposing solutions, strategies, and ways of how those things can be done.
And also, if some mistake is happening, for example, in the company or in your company, or some money loss, of course, you as a leader have to take in charge for everything and sort it out, not to wait when somebody will be sorting out. As a manager, you can wait, you can say, I don't know, or maybe this solution or maybe that solution. But as a leader, as a leadership, you cannot say maybe, I don't know, or whatever. You are the one who need to take in charge and to take responsibility for what happened. If money loss, or if some mistake happened, if something not on time done, you are the one who is in charge. You shouldn't wait for some other people for other replies and responsibilities or something. You have to take responsibility yourself.
Absolutely. So that's also a good point as well. So leader and leadership. So leadership is the fact that you are a person trying to always be innovative, creative, and demonstrate always spontaneous, or being always preventive, trying to understand things in advance, or taking decisions on time and moving on time and doing things on the favor or for the team. So we call that action leadership. So who is a leader? The person doing those stuff. The person who's always trying to innovate. The person who always trying to create, to always go beyond what is already said, what's already beyond the policy, beyond the regulation, beyond the rules. So the person try to go beyond it and understand if we cannot go and find something better. Always the leader finding a way to improve with the team. Definitely that's the point where we need to talk much about it. Because there are some leaders who always try to be always seen in a good side and leaving the entire team behind. So that's a wrong leader. a bad leader. The leader is the one who always helps others and everybody to make sure the entire team, not only the leader need to be seen or need to be awarded first, but the entire team. So what the leader is supposed to do when there is a task or how to lead. So you always need to explain the task, to give chance to everybody, and to give the same opportunity to everybody and share the knowledge, strategies, and ways and solution how that as a team we can succeed. So a leader is the person who always make others feel comfortable, first of all. Not the leader need to be feeling comfortable or feel himself or herself in a better place or to be always awarded first, seen first. No, it's the entire team. Make sure if in the team we have 10 people, make sure the entire 10 people are happy, satisfied, understood the task, understood the guidelines, understood the strategies, and making sure the weaker people, people who are slower in the work, understand the strategy and make sure they can also do it and achieve the same as you can achieve. That's a good and great leader. So everybody in your team can really be proud of being in front to say, I belong to this team. I belong to this team because they can be doing everything with you or without you.
Yeah.
But if the team cannot do anything without the leader, it means there is a bad leading and bad leadership. So the leadership need to make sure to coordinate everybody, to teach everybody the strategy, to cover, to support, to help, and to teach everybody to make sure everybody can achieve the same goal in the name of the team, not individual. So if individual, you need to award individually, then there is no more team and there is no leader. A leader is a person in a group who can work together and make sure everybody achieves together. You as a leader can be shown as a good leader. So what do you think?
Yeah, also as a leader, you need to make sure that your team is perfect and great. It's all depend of the leader. Not to bring your staff down, you need to bring them up. As much they will grow, as more business you will be growing. But most of the leaders, as we was working in many companies as a staff and all, we could observe that most of the leaders trying to put you down, to reduce your salary, to reduce your ability and all, to make sure that kind of you don't fit there or something like that. But good leaders, they need to make sure they have great team, and to great team, they are the one who need to build great team, to educate them well, to give knowledge, to train them well, to explain them everything in a good manners. That's the great leader.
So I can add also a leader should be an example.
Yeah.
A good leader should be a person to be showing example and should be a model. Should be a model of everything. A good manner, good habit, good knowledge. So the leader should be knowledgeable person. Should be a person who has a lot of vision, a lot of initiative, a lot of creativity. So in that way, definitely the entire team can rely on every step and action anytime. So as a leader, your team should feel safe. That's very important. As a leader, your team need to get the trust, need to get confidence in every action, whatever the time, how much the task is to be completed or achieved. As a leader, you need to be as a supporter, as a big support and a big helper. So anytime you can help and they can rely on your help and your presence. So your presence should be ensuring others to be saying you are present, so things will be working. You are present, they will get some more strength, some more motivation, some more initiative will come. So as a leader, the team needs to feel comfortable, confident, insured, and always keep working with harmony, togetherness as a team, sharing, supporting, helping, and make sure the team is always happy with whatever you create or initiate in favor of the entire team, not in the favor of any individual person or on behalf of somebody or on yourself. So as a leader, you need to always make sure everybody can move as a team and together and do everything, and make sure they follow and do the work as instructor. So that is the good team and the good leader. So good leader, good team. Good team, good leader. So
and job will be growing and money will be coming more if you have a good team and good leader. So all of them should be combined together in one group, which will be growing the company bigger and achieving more goals. And one more thing I just remember about my company, when I was telling, my first job was in a petroleum company, and I was starting as a secretary from university. Directly I start working in that company, and it's very, very important to have your first boss, very good boss, like who will be big example, like you mentioned about example, who will be really big example. I learned so much from this boss. Mistakes also I learned, now I realized and I understood after ages, after time, why he was doing that. Since we start managing also some people, we have some small business, and we start managing the people, and we understood this is not easy at all to manage people, to encourage them, not to over-encourage. When you are too much encouraging people, they're also becoming something else. They are losing motivation to work, they start spoiling work and all. When you don't encourage people, they're also losing motivation, so it should be very much balanced. And I understand it very well, now I understood it very well. When my boss was managing the people, it was a lot of challenges for him, and I understood why he was doing it that way. It was not correct way, or it was correct way, why and what. And all these questions came together, and he was very great leader. I learned so many things from this boss, and I learned how to be a leader, what example you need to give. And first thing, every day needs to learn something. This is what I learned from my boss. Every day he was reading news, he was trying to push us to improve something, to get better knowledge, even to learn Chinese, since the company was Chinese. So he was encouraging us to learn Chinese, but that time of course he was not understanding why we need even English. So of course he was encouraging in many things, in English also learning, in accounts also he was sending us to study accounts as well. So it's very important to have great leader. This is your first experience which remain for whole your lifetime.
Alright, that's a good example, that's very good. So I want to add again how to be a good leader. So the good leader is not the one giving instructions and not doing. The good leader is not the one always carrying the team. The good leader is not the one always pointing individual mistakes. The good leader is not the person always trying to find faults. The good leader is not the person who trying to overload the team. So the good leader should be the person always showing example, showing ways, not only by saying, but by doing first. But by doing it with examples, being a model, showing experience, giving trust, giving confidence, and giving support whenever needed. When, absolutely. So support needs to be there. Even when your team making mistake, you need to always make them understand with different ways. Never blame your team. If your team is blamed, it means you are blamed. Exactly. Absolutely. Yes. So if your team is blamed, definitely it means you appointed.
You are the one, yeah, exactly.
Because you are the one leading the team. So I'm really surprised when sometimes some team leaders going to meet the bosses and say, you see this person not doing his work, or that person not cooperating. So for me, I think that person, as a boss, I need to definitely take that leader out of my company. Because as a leader, you need to find strategies to fix everybody and make sure people who cannot do the work those who cannot fit, those who cannot or are lazy, or there is something not working. That's what we see team. Team means there are some people faster, slower, stronger, weaker, bigger, thinner. So you need to make sure you give a task accordingly and to coordinate everybody to make sure the team can be working together. So imagine the team of 10 people need to lift up a huge load of 100 kg. So definitely you need strategies, you need skills. So you cannot say because I have 10 people in the team, we have absolutely to make sure we can lift it up. And some people have 100 people in the team, still they cannot lift it up. But some people having 10 people in the team, they can lift it up. Why? I'm going to answer.
So in that point, you need to give the strategy, not just to give the task and say do. I don't know how you're supposed to do and all. You need to give strategy, and you need to distribute the workload accordingly. Like my husband mentioned, workload needs to be accordingly sorted out. For example, you can see I'm not great sale and the boss pushing me to go and meet the client. So it will be very wrongly already because I'm not that communicative. I'm better in marketing maybe. So give me some task in a marketing better, or maybe swap, or maybe change, and send somebody for communication with the client who is better in communication way. So that leader need to identify and then give accordingly proper task to everybody. If something not working, you shouldn't blame the person. You didn't communicate properly. You didn't talk to guests properly. We couldn't sell because of you. No, because you sent the wrong person. And not to blame the person you cannot communicate, you don't feel to the company. You need to say, you need to send proper person. You need to identify first and send proper person. And other person, maybe you need to put in another task. This is very important. If something failing, it means it's your failure as a leader, not the people's failure, because you send wrong person to wrong position. So that's a very big also point which I wanted to highlight.
Yeah, I want also to support that idea. Yeah. Definitely, you need to distribute the task according to the capacities and according to the team you have and members in the team. So all of us, we have different potentials, different strengths, and different weaknesses. So as a team, you need to identify and differentiate your members in the team. Who is strong in this, who is weak, who is good, who is bad in this. Exactly. According to that, you build that team. So you build that team by knowing the weaknesses of the team and the strength of the team. And you know individually what can be done. Who need to support each other. If I need to send one person for a market, or who I need to send 3 people to which market, what I need to do with strategy. For example, for making a market to sell a product.
Yeah.
A person is very good by speaking, communicating. A person is good by presenting. A person is good by just showing up.
But some other person maybe don't know the product very well, but he can speak very well. So you need to find the team and combine and send them together. That's very important.
Absolutely. So as a team, I need to identify who are my target, who I'm going to talk to. So according to that, I can build a specific team to go and meet that type of business. And I'm 100% sure as a leader, I know my team is going to succeed because I know my client requirement and what my team is going to say accordingly to get that person to buy our product. So as the same, I was giving the example, we have 100 or 200 loads that to carry, and we have 20 people here and we have 100 people on other team. Still 100 people cannot lift up the 100 loads. Alright, 100 kg.
Because there is not good strategy behind.
Absolutely. And the team of 10 people can easily lift it up. Why? Because there is a good communication, there is a good support, there is a good strategy, and there is a good teamwork. So everything is together, and in that team you will never identify who is the leader, because leaders shared everybody task and everybody doing at the same time. It shows the direction, it shows the strength, it shows everybody weaknesses, and where you are good at, you have to push on that. So that gives your strength. Where you are good at, place you on that specific place and that specific task. And then the entire team keep moving. That's the thing.
Exactly.
But in another team where everybody, 100 people, and everybody is very strong, but the team communication and management doesn't work.
Exactly.
The cooperation and collaboration and communication, it doesn't work.
Because people not in a place, in a proper
Absolutely.
place.
Because in that team, the leader keep giving only instructions and keep saying, we have to do it without giving the strategies and without helping, without supporting, but want the result to be done without his help, without showing that is an example to be following, to be going, that this task is trusted to be done. As a leader, you need to be into that task to make sure your team trusts you that that work is possible to be completed or achieved. So that's one point. So as a good leader, you need to be in action, practically. If you cannot be in action by doing the same task, you need to give clear and proper and trusted instructions, which are really possible to be carried forward. So that's one point. So you cannot be a leader and keep giving instruction, and as a leader, absolutely making sure they have absolutely to do it without giving support. That is really not a good leader. So as a good leader, you need always to show example and be there supporting, giving help, and showing that this work is really trusted to be done. So don't give some tasks which are really impossible, because you send the wrong person to the wrong task and not a number. So we need 10 people to do one task and you send only 2 people to do it. That's again wrong. And you might blame the person not doing it. But you clearly know that 2 people cannot achieve, or it's only 10 people work. So everything needs to be working on as a leader. Learn about your team, weaknesses, strengths, and your products. What needs to be done? Do I have a team for it? Do I need to improve my team? Do I need to teach or train my team on some new stuff? So make sure you keep training your team. That's very important.
Also, there is a new strategy right now, if you hear or know, I don't know, spiral dynamic it calls. That was learned many years back already, and this is very good to implement as a leader, the spiral dynamic as well, to identify, for example, the accounts department, they cannot be creative. They need to follow the strategy and instruction, like rules and regulation and all. Lawyers, also they cannot be like a marketing department, creative and all. They are on another level. So for sure they have to, so that things also leader need to identify from the people and put them in the proper place and have the same expectation. And marketing department, for example, they have to be very creative, they have to be innovative, something like that. So of course you need to identify if somebody from accounts went to marketing and he's not enough creative and he like to just to follow the rules. Just to follow the rules. He doesn't like to create anything. He doesn't like to take initiative. So obviously and definitely that person needs to be put on better somewhere in accounts maybe, or some other department where he can follow just rules and regulation, maybe admin department. So those things, when you are setting the team as well, not to throw the people out, not discourage them, or you don't fit to our company or something like that. Every person has potential. Somebody has in accounts smarter, some people more creative, some people cannot be creative and innovative. Some people very good in a communication as a sales, who can go and talk and present the company. Some people very presentive as appearance. So you need to identify all these things and combine people, maybe to send 2 people. One very appearance presentable, who can present your company. Another is speaking very well, very communicative person. So send them both together and they can present your company very well and describe your product and all. So this is also very important, to identify the people and put them on correct and right place. Not to blame when sale will come from their duty, from their task, and they will say your duty was not complete because you couldn't speak properly. But you know very well already that the person doesn't have level of communication, good level of communication. Of course you are sending wrong person. that's very important, and encouragement also very important, not just discouraging, encouraging as well. So that's my point.
Yes, that's very important, to always keep motivating the team members. Even though they did some mistake, they failed, you need to keep motivating them, you need to keep encouraging them. It's very important. It's helped also to next time try again, or else they will never also try to participate in any task, because they will keep always being scared to fail or do some mistake, because they know you're going to blame them on each and every mistake. Allow your team to make mistake and make them understand that mistakes are possible, but we have just to correct mistakes. So no need to stop your team members to not try to make mistakes. Through mistake, we improve better. So this is one point. Now, who can be a leader? I think from now everybody knows everybody can be a leader, whoever you are. So a leader, as long as you can create, you can go beyond some rules, you can go beyond some policies that are already set, you can go and create something new, you can take in advance some initiative, definitely you can be a leader. Then a good leader is the person who always think about others' betterment, other improvement. Then you become a better leader. The person who always support others to complete the task, to always be there for others, the person who always show models, the person who always show examples and ways to do things, definitely you are a leader. So we have different categories of leaders. So we have leaders in our company. We have leader in a football team. We have a leader in the house. We have a leader in any team. Even with your relative, with your siblings, with anybody. But as long as you always show trust to whoever around you to take initiative, you are definitely a leader. Even though you are not getting paid for it, or it's not a company, at home even you can show confidence to your family members that you can take initiative and you can take responsibility of what you will come to out of it, definitely you are a leader. A leader doesn't reject blames. A leader doesn't reject others. A leader doesn't blame others. A leader is the person who takes all the blames. A leader is the person who always help others. A leader is always takes initiative. A leader is the person taking the responsibility of the entire team. If the team is good, that's the leader. If the team is bad, that's again the leader. No need to point on individual mistake. That's the wrong leader. A leader should be pointing on group mistake, team mistake, and personal, but not other mistake. The leader is the person who accepts as well critics. And the leader is the person who also try to advise others and support others and move forward to make sure they reach to a higher level of improvement and achievement with the entire team and award the entire team, not on behalf of himself or blaming others, but carrying the entire members of the team to be awarded and show the entire team when there is something good and when there is something bad. You need to always be there for the team, not to be leaving the team by themselves doing tasks and only check on the result. That's the wrong leader. The leader should be there from the start and be there enduring and be also there at the end.
So actually and basically to be a leader not easy job, as we all of us dreaming to be maybe one day boss, or one day we are dreaming to be achieve some level of the maybe open company and be CEO or something, and we are thinking this is just to come and boss and give the instruction and all. This is a lot of knowledges. Every day the boss leader need to study, need to learn, need to improve. He need to know accounts first of all. Otherwise people will start making behind some extra some work which you are not expecting them to do to be done. And of course you need to know how accounts working. Second thing, you need to know the law of the country, of the company, of the regulations and rules. This is very important. One more thing, you need to be good in a marketing as a leader. You need to be in every aspect very good. Like for example, GM, general manager in the hotels, yeah, they have to know every single department. They have to go through all experience before they will achieve that level of being general manager of the hotel. They need to start from even maybe stewarding. Some of them started from that position. Then they need to go to each department to understand how it works, how it operates. It's a lot of knowledges. It's not just to come and just to start bossing and leading and guiding. You need to understand from the down how it feels when for example, GM getting angry, how it feels when it's not encouraged, your salary is not increasing, when you can see a lot of people keep coming, business keep moving, your salary is not still good. So those things you need to feel yourself first on the ground, and then you are moving slowly on the top and understanding the situation by getting experience, and then that leader can lead properly each and every department because they understand how it works from the ground. From the ground to administrative department, sales and marketing, you need to be good. In every aspect you need to be good, and you need to learn a lot.
So as I was saying, as you just said right now, the leader is the person who came from a very long process.
Exactly.
And it's not just being leading people, but it's just being sharing experience from the ground. Okay, from the bottom you need to be knowing everything till the head. So it's not really easy to be in front of everybody, to be sharing knowledge in front of everybody if you're not a knowledgeable person.
Exactly.
So definitely a leader should be the knowledgeable person, the person who always inquire, try to understand things before giving that things the task to people. The leader as well is the person who try to always find solution when things become more difficult, and try to find the way where the solution can be found, and always put its shoe into others' shoe.
Exactly.
And feel how others feel in that specific task. To feel the reality, to understand the reality, and how things can be possible from their end, and see how different ways things can be done as well. So the leader is not a person now waiting at the ending point, okay, on the final point, but the leader should be looking at the starting point and the ongoing point till the final point. So what doesn't work in between need to be provided assistance and support and help till things get done properly in the proper manner in the name of the entire team.
Like a simple example I was mentioning was hiring the maid for house. And I was thinking this is very simple and easy. You pay money and she will be doing whatever you will say to do. Also very important to manage that person. You need to show yourself that you can manage. Yeah, first of all, your voice of tone, your the way you are giving instruction, how you are leading, how you are giving instruction. This is also very big matter. If your voice of tone shaking, if you are not confident a little bit, should we put glass here or should we put glass there? Finally, you will find yourself that maid will be managing your house and you don't know what she put and where. Sometimes you start checking on the kitchen, you cannot find the kettle because she's arranging on her own the way she wants to do it. And sometimes when she's doing, for example, very well task, you sometimes giving some appreciation as a tips, right? So and then she starts becoming spoiled. So those things also very, very well need to be managed. How to give task, how to talk to maid, which instruction to give, how to appreciate things. Sometimes appreciation also it's not good. Sometimes you give some appreciation, some give some extra money, some food maybe or something like that. And they are overusing. Next day you can find her that she's not cleaning your house well. I don't know for what reason, but this is kind of psychology. You need to be psychologist as well. If you are not psychologist to understand people's mind, they will just mess you up. That's definitely and for sure.
Definitely, that's what I'm going to add as well. It's very difficult to be a leader, extremely difficult, because leading people is leading different mindset.
Yeah.
Different people expectation, different people's strength, different people weaknesses.
Exactly.
So as a leader, you need to understand that people have weaknesses, people have strength, So you need to work on each and every person that you have in your team. So in that way, will you know how to appreciate, how to give tasks, and not to get disappointed by after giving instruction and not being done in the way that you gave the instruction. So the way of giving instruction, there is no specific way to give instruction. There is only a way to give instruction according to the person you are giving the instruction. So if you don't know the person or people in your team, definitely you give the wrong instruction that I give in my team. So some people prefer to shout, and that works. Some people never give tips, and that works. Because they know the team. They knew how to really manage the person, to give the task or to expect something to be done from that person. But in other team, they will be always giving tasks, giving award, giving appreciation, but nothing working. So you need to find other ways to make sure you understand the people that you are giving instruction or tasks. They want soft manner or difficult or loud manner or forcing manners. So all these things you need to understand, and how you need to give the instruction always matter. Shouting, low voice, loud voice, forcing, or easy way, all matter. Some people work with hard way, some people work with easy way. So it depends how from each task you give the task, how the person moving on. So you try other way and to find the weakness of the person while giving the task and how it get done. After you give some award, if it's not done, then next time you keep changing, working on the person way on different ways to get the person into your requirement. After knowing the members of your team and how to give instruction and orders and all, you need to be inside that action. You need to be into, and you need to extremely be confident in what you are giving as instruction. If you are not confident and you are not trusted, definitely it's going to be very challenging and very difficult to be doing the work.
Sometimes when you are, for example, managing people in a nice way, we tried already, in a nice, in a polite, they're thinking you are just stupid, or they can cheat you, they can make money behind. You're closing your eyes, you're saying, okay, correct your mistake, like we had a couple times experience, okay, you can correct them. No, some people don't understand. Some people need to be calm and just shout it on them. If you want, you stay. If you don't want to go. Sometimes people taking politeness and nice way of managing things in a good way as a weakness. That's the problem with the people. That's why sometimes people need a little bit hardness, a little bit softness.
That's also one point, to never show weakness in front of people you are giving instruction. Always show them that you're really confident of the instruction you are giving, and make sure also you are a trusted person and trusted task to be done as well. Yeah.
So let's finish.
So in one word, a leader is the person who always taking actions, decision, creating, innovating, initiating, and always be knowledgeable person to give direction and proper direction, and be into task and supporting the entire team and working in the favor of the entire team and rewarding the entire members of the team. So be trusted person,
and also taking responsibility on himself. If company failing, it means you are the one who need to take that, not some other people, not somebody needs to fix it. You are the one who taking all responsibility on yourself.
And know also how to give instructions. Be soft, hard, or low voice, or
confident,
loud voice. It's very it's matter a lot, because people also taking for granted sometimes if they see there is weakness into, so definitely it's going to be challenging to follow the orders and instructions.
So we are about to end our topic. We hope you enjoy our video. We'll see you in our another video, and see you. Bye.
Bye everyone.